What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Wisdom Wayne podcast. I'm your host, Matt Velvet, and today we're talking about emotions. But before we get into that, it's whiskey time. Whiskey Wayne. Yeah. And I thought it very apropos, since we're talking about emotions, to try this Penelope Rosé cask finish. Because, rosé, emotions, femininity, and all that. Don't cancel me. It's just a joke. But also, real. I embrace the femininity. So, yeah. And I've actually never tried this one. I've tried several of the Penelope lineup, but I've never tried the rosé cask finish, so I'm excited. And it's also exciting because the last time I picked up bottles from Foodland Farms, the guy there told me that they would be getting in Penelope soon. So Penelope's finally hitting the Hawaiian Islands. So that's exciting. And I went there in between getting bottles just to get groceries, and I saw that they had the 4-grain and the wheated, and I wish I would have got the wheated because that's what I went to get when I got this bottle. I love how nicely the plastic comes off of this. That's nice detail. So yeah, they had the 4-grain and wheated last time I was there. I didn't pick any up. And so this time I went to actually get the wheated and they didn't have it. It sold out. So I guess the islands are loving Penelope, and of course they are because it's a great brand, great product. Shout out to Bourbon Jeeper and that one dude Ryan. They are killing it. And yeah. So they had the 4-grain, barrel strength, and the rosé cask finish when I went and picked this up. But I'm kind of glad because I've already tried the wheated. I've never tried this one, so it'll be like a first time review. So that's cool. I love the packaging. I love the pink color. It's cool. It's unique, different for whiskey. Usually whiskey's in if it's a rye, it's green or red, masculine colors. So this kind of they have good packaging, I will say that. So yeah, let's get into it. Not the best bottle pop, I'll be honest, but it's cute. Into the tasting glass. I've always been curious about what this one would taste like, just because, seems very different. But Penelope does a lot of very different and unique things, like their Rio, Havana, Valencia. They are innovative for sure. So I'm excited to try it. It's a very nice nose, not what I was expecting, honestly. I don't know what that is, but it's delightful. I need to do some kind of class where I learn how to do tasting notes, or have someone teach me or something, because I can smell a distinct flavor or a distinct smell. I just can't put a name to it, but it smells good. Very light and airy. I did not expect to like this one that much, but I really like it. It's just got a well-balanced flavor. It's got a little bit of, that grapey kind of winey kind of taste, I guess. But yeah, I like it. I didn't think I would like it. There's only been one bottle so far of doing this that I said I wouldn't buy again, which was the Wild Turkey Single Barrel Rye. I would buy this again. I would buy this again. Most stuff I tried from Penelope I really love. As I've mentioned before, I had the unique opportunity of meeting with Matt, aka Bourbon Jeeper. I think that's his Instagram handle. If not, I'm sorry for butchering it. But when I was at Jigs Liquor, he came and did a tasting with me. I was all in, but Jigs was like, no. I will never get over that. But anyways, all love, all love. And I love this. So if you see this, check it out. If you want something unique, light, dare I say, well, I was gonna say something, I don't know if I'll get in trouble, but I'm gay, so I could probably say it. It's very cunty. I may not know all the tasting notes, but I bet you've never heard a whiskey be described as cunty. This is 94 proof and batch number 9, so it's taken 9 batches for me to finally try it, but I'm glad I have. And in Hawaii, nonetheless. So that's really cool, really exciting that Hawaii is embracing Penelope. I have a personal investment in this brand just because I know I'm beating a dead horse. And this gets into the topic of the day. I get emotional, okay? I get passionate. And when Matt came to meet with me to give me samples of Penelope, and me being in tune with the whiskey influencers of the world, I knew that Penelope was taking off, and I knew it was going to be big. Yeah. Told you so. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I told you so. But it's really exciting to see. And I think it's cool that I know people that are involved with it. It makes it more personal. But yeah, I love the whiskey influencing world. You know, if I'm like having a bad day or something, I can just watch one of Danielle's videos, or, you know, see, there's this new guy, I can't remember his name, but he's like the Mr. Rogers of whiskey. Heavy bourbon, you know, all the legends. It's so exciting to see, and they're just cool people. So yeah, cheers. How you guys doing? So the reason I wanted, and also I can't tell if this is skewed or not. It might be off center, so if you have OCD, forgive me. And I don't think it's centered how it normally is, but I already started recording and I'm not going to change it, so whatever, deal with it. So yeah, what's been going on in my life? Well, the reason I want to talk about emotions is because I'm making a lot of life changes, and usually when that happens, it can be emotional. So even in Hawaii, I'm really going all in with trying to become more healthy and get back into like exercising and just trying to better my health. So I've been cutting out calories, still eating what I want if I have cravings, but just eating less than I normally would, drinking less, smoking less of my medication, if you know what I mean, which helps with not overeating, and ordering Taco Bell DoorDash, which is my favorite thing to do. And I have done that since I've been here, and I do not regret it. The Taco Bell here is really good. and I don't regret it. But I don't know if I've said this already. Sometimes I just like have conversations in my mind before I'm going to bed, and I can't remember if I like have talked about it in a podcast or just talked about it in my head. But oh yeah. So the reason I have only DoorDashed once, which is a good thing, is because the building I'm in, you have to have a key fob to use the elevator to get to my floor. So when I order DoorDash, I have to go down the elevator to the lobby and get it from them. Now, when I'm ordering DoorDash, I don't want to have any human contact. Especially because when I order DoorDash, it's usually late at night, after I've had a few drinks, after I've had some smoke, and I don't want to be talking to people. No. Uh, I want to be chilling, watching TV, watching YouTube, watching TikTok, and eating, and then going to bed. So, yeah. Comment down below. When you order DoorDash, do you do contactless delivery, or do you have them like knock on your door and deliver it? I would like to know. So yeah. So with cutting back on eating, which is something I love to do, and drinking and smoking, it kind of you kind of have to deal with more emotions than you normally would, because those things are kind of ways of coping with emotions, for a lot of people. I have been watching these TikToks of my 600-pound life, which has been fascinating, motivating, and also kind of like, okay, at least I'm not that bad off, because some of these people have like serious food addictions, like they can't stop eating, and so at least I'm not that bad. Like, you have to kind of like put things in perspective sometimes and like give yourself some grace and be like, okay, it could be worse, and it's good to see though whenever they are making positive changes, those people in those shows, because it's sad and it could happen to anyone. So this is okay. This is good. I like this. I stand by what I said. It is very cunty. This is the cuntiest whiskey I've ever had. Put that in your marketing. So yeah. I have always been an emotional person. Mariah Carey is playing out in the streets as I'm recording this. And actually, whenever I was thinking of the idea for this episode, I was thinking about the Whitney Houston song, I Get So Emotional, Baby. I believe it's Whitney Houston. If it's not, then I'm gonna be canceled. And also, if you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and remember the iconic Sasha Velour, where they have the final lip sync to win the whole season, and she pulls the wig up and the flower petals fall down. Iconic. If you haven't seen that, look it up. Sasha Velour, RuPaul's Drag Race, I Get So Emotional, lip sync. It changed the game. And that looked cool in my shadow. Yeah, I've been feeling some emotions, and I think for a lot of guys, I hate to be like, whatever, but a lot of guys have problems dealing with their emotions, and this is something that I've been trying to get better at just dealing with emotions and letting myself feel the emotions. It can be tough to let yourself feel emotions because you just want to be tough and just tough it out. But sometimes it's okay to cry. I know, that's crazy. What a concept. But yeah, I was raised to be tough and masculine and manly. But I think it's cool to embrace both the masculine and the feminine sides of ourselves. Which is why I'm drinking the Penelope Rosé Cask Finish Bourbon. Not sponsored yet. I'm kidding, okay? I'm kidding. It's a joke. I kind of want to get into tequila. I kind of want to get into that. But we'll see. One thing at a time. So yeah, I've been feeling emotional. Sorry, I'm really all over the place today, just because my body's in shock. I've been cutting my calories, and I've been making it my goal to walk 10 to 12,000 steps a day. The first day I started, which was on Sunday, today is Thursday. I think it's Thursday. The first day, which was Sunday, I did 28,000 steps, which is crazy. Today I did 15,000. So yeah, my body's in shock because I used to get that many steps, especially in college. I used to be in really good shape. But once I became a manager at my last job, I became lazy. I started door dashing. You know, it's crazy once you start making like good money, how lazy and fat you become. No offense. And I've been all kind of shapes and sizes, so I don't discriminate. And I knew that in order to reach my goals, it would be a sacrifice and a commitment. And I wasn't unhappy with my body or anything like that, but my doctor told me I needed to lose weight. So if it weren't for health reasons, I probably wouldn't care as much, but I do want to be healthier. And I think that's a valid thing to feel. So I'm not going to stop eating the foods I like. I will eat less of it. I'm not going to stop drinking whiskey because I'm Whiskey Wayne. And I'm not going to stop smoking my medicine because it's medicine. And it came from the earth and God made it, so whatever. So yeah, my body's in shock. I'm feeling emotional. And it's okay. And I feel weird talking about emotions, which is why I keep like going back and forth probably. Because I don't want to talk about it or deal with it, but that's what this is all about. Wisdom Wayne. I'm sharing my experiences in order to help you maybe, or to make you not feel as alone in this. So yeah, this is very uncomfortable for me because I like to make light of things and make jokes out of things, but sometimes we can be a little serious and we can feel our emotions and we can feel deep. Oh yeah, I feel things deeply. And I've been labeled an empath. So it can be a good or a bad thing. Like, the good moments are really good, and I'm able to feel like so euphoric sometimes. But it's also like I also like get down and dark and deep and very Lana Del Rey. Um, Luckily, it's not as dark as it used to be when I was younger and emo. I'm an original emo, so yeah. I wore eyeliner in middle school, and my dad said he would kick me out of the house if I did it again. So yeah, I paved the way for you guys. And I almost touched Pete Wentz in a concert. Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy. And also, when I was working at Jig's Liquor, I was in charge of their social media, and this guy who was friends with the manager of Panic at the Disco, Brendan Urie, would DM us, and I wanted to meet Brendan Urie so bad before he got canceled and whatever happened. I don't really even know what happened. But I had the biggest crush on him and Pete Wentz. So that was kind of crazy. They were two of my favorite bands in high school. More middle school, really. But yeah, it's okay to feel emotions. And I know as guys we don't like to talk about it as much, but it's important. And if you ever need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out. Seriously. Life's too short to be feeling that way. And it's okay to feel that way, but also it's important to feel it and go through it instead of pushing it down, because that's when problems arise. So I feel like this is so serious. This is such a serious episode. But yeah, that's where we're at. I have been being more active, and I think when I go back to Florida, I want to start going to the gym again. I think it'll make me feel better. But shout out to my people who make me laugh. You know who you are. 'Cause laughter is the best medicine, and like my people who I can send memes back and forth to, or send me memes, or even just encourage me on social media, like, it means more than you know. So I appreciate it. So yeah. If you are feeling emotions, just feel them. Also, I already knew this, but I'm kind of rediscovering how amazing just going for a walk can be for your mental health. This morning I had some anxiety about things that I'm trying to do, but I just took care of some business and then went on a 3-hour walk, which it ended up being. But I didn't walk for 3 hours. I went to this really secluded beach near Diamond Head, and that was incredible. Like, it's one of those things where you're like, you discover this new area, and it feels like you're the first person to discover it. And I was thinking to myself, I keep saying I just keep discovering these beaches and stuff, and then I was like making fun of myself in my head of like, what are you, Christopher Columbus? That was a good joke. But yeah. I'm not discovering them. But I am discovering them because I've never been there before. I'm discovering, not colonizing, okay? Chill. But yeah. I don't know if I even said anything worth listening to in this podcast. But for me, talking about emotions is tough, and I know for a lot of guys it is. So I kind of just wanted to talk about them because I'm feeling them. But I don't know. Hopefully you guys like this episode. I'm really challenging myself with this podcast to step outside of my comfort zone and to just be open and honest. And yeah, that's about it. I really enjoyed this bottle. If you want to sponsor me, then feel right ahead. Or if you're watching this and you have something you want me to try, reach out, send me a little handshake, send me a sample. I would love to try it. I love trying new things. Sorry, I'm getting notifications. Yeah, I love trying new things, and yeah. I feel like I've tried a lot of new things here in Hawaii, both whiskey and not whiskey related. So, yeah. I think that's all I've got for today. And I will leave you with this. It's okay to have highs and lows. It's okay to have good and bad days. We're all human, and I think it's important to acknowledge how we're feeling and to acknowledge that there's a yin and yang to everything in life. So, gotta take the good with the bad, happy with the sad, and all that good jazz. And until the next time, I'm Whiskey Wayne, I'm Wisdom Wayne, I'm Matt Velvet, and I'm also just Matt. So cheers to that. Bye.
All I ever really wanted was my story to be told.